for you eventually.
Oh!
But, hello and welcome,
What's
everyone.
going on?
Welcome to another edition of SuperChat64. My name is Justin, as it's labeled below, and on the other side we have Alex. I did not get Alex a nice refreshment today. I got myself one, as you can see.
I'll live.
But
I'll manage.
I might cut out halfway and get him one. But anyway,
The struggle is real. Had some folks already in the chat, too.
Yes, so we did. So let me pull that up. I noticed you did a nice little head nod there that, Justin, you don't have the fucking chat up, you asshole.
Gosh, Justin.
So here we go. What's up, guys? I saw that Jekyll put out Mike's Super Short Show, which is a nice nod to the Amanda Show. Wonderful. And what's up, Adam? And what's up, Mike?
Music is intense. Yeah, that was the artist's name is Zircon. I was actually telling Justin he's a fairly regular fixture in the video game remix realm, but in that particular case, that's some of his original work, his original content, and it's really fucking good. That album was actually
awesome.
That album was the product of a Kickstarter that he did that was so successful. He was able to hire a professional mixer, and because he's he himself is said he's I'm not very good when it comes to production, so he's able to hire a professional to help with the production aspect of it. And man, oh man, every song on that album is a banger. So, 10 out of 10, wood music again.
Yes. What that song in particular was called Neuro Bizarre, if anyone wants to know. So I will be definitely listening to that.
Look up Zircon. He is the coolest.
It reminds me a lot of, I was telling Alex before, it reminds me a lot of a song called Ocean Realm by a band called Airbase. And
sounds familiar.
The music sounded very familiar.
Oh, yeah?
The only reason I know it is because a top guild back in early WoW used it as a boss kill video.
Nice.
I literally had that video on my Zune. I had the video on my Zune,
yeah.
and I rewatched the video nonstop because I liked this song.
The song, yeah.
So and the song wasn't available, outside of streaming or sharing sites. So.
Oh man.
And no, I do not want to get Office 365 for 1 month.
Hey, I'm helping. Just blow that to the side, yeah. Yeah, talking about downloading YouTube videos, man. Those were the days. Those were the hard struggles that we had to go through to get our music.
I never listened or watched Forsaken. Played Forsaken 64.
I know what you're talking about, Adam. Yeah, I could totally see that or hear that rather.
There has to be a zoom feature.
Well, I know it's
I'm gonna need
control
shift.
Mouse wheel.
For fuck's sake.
So you'll notice we don't have a key.
Okay, I need to get this because this is gonna bother me. So
yeah,
please hold.
Yeah, there's a keyboard, conveniently placed.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's
Nailed
a lot
it.
better. Thank you.
Nailed it.
Now I don't have to fucking squint.
Hey, what's up, Sean? Good to see
Sean?
you, man. Good to see you. I was able to, and Sean was nice enough to email me and got your details all added to the guild, the St. Louis Guild email list-a-majig. So should be in good shape, my man.
He said he was talking to me today about something he wanted to pitch to you, so I'm sure he'll be sending you something soon.
All ideas are welcome. Good stuff, man. So we love to see.
So now that we got all the hellos out of the way, anyways, welcome everyone. It is another joyous Tuesday night. It is fucking pitch black outside. Traffic is terrible as usual.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to play some games this week because it is Thanksgiving week, which means that typically every fucking Wednesday night I play games until 3 a.m. So
it never happened. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what have you been doing for the past week?
Good fucking question. Good question. What?
I'm lost.
And I give that same answer each time. I'm like, oh, jeez, what the hell? Because it always blindsides me. You'd think I know it's coming. I did play a little bit of the Secret World with some of the regular group. Actually finished up a lot of the group based things. Or at least have taken a break from a lot of the group based things. So I've been able to focus on single player stuff.
Is there quite a bit of solo stuff in the game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's this. The main story is mostly solo. You could do it with the group, but a lot of the stuff is kind of intended for solo play.
Okay.
So I've been able to get caught up a little bit on some of that, as well as some of the issues. And I was telling one of my buddies in our group that I was starting on this one particular issue, which was a side story thing, and he was like, "Ooh, man, you're in for it now." So apparently I'm getting into some pretty juicy stuff. Also played a little bit of Don't Starve Together.
Oh!
Game that you're quite familiar with. Hopped back into that.
They had a new update, I think, recently with, what is it, Islands?
They added the caves.
They finally added the caves!
Yep, finally
Yes.
added the caves. One of my buddies and I ventured into the caves for approximately 30 seconds before we we saw things that we didn't recognize and looked very spoopy.
Well, which things did you run into?
He found rabbits, and at first I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, these aren't rabbits. These are like people-sized rabbits."
Yes.
And I was like, and at that point, I didn't hear the rest of what he had to say because I had already left my computer and just walked out my door, and I just kept walking. And now I'm here. So yeah, so I walked for a couple days, and here I am. Yeah. So and we eventually got murdered by we faced Deerclops. He wrecked our shit, but we survived. We killed Deerclops, but then spring happened. And this happens half the time. It started raining, and then it didn't stop, and then it started raining frogs. And that's the thing in spring is that there's a chance that it'll just rain indefinitely, and when it happens, it'll start raining frogs. We ran into that. Yeah, it rains frogs.
Fucking raining.
It rained frogs indefinitely, and frogs in that game don't do a lot of damage. But when there's like literally 10 to 15 to 20 on screen,
damage.
They I should say
drop your items so if you don't like them.
Oh God, I should say they don't do a lot of damage compared to other enemies in that area.
Right.
But yes, they will mess your shit up. And when there's like 10 to 20 of them, and they just don't stop spawning, you kill one and 4 more replace it. You might as well just fucking quit. So we got our asses kicked. Then played some Risk of Rain, and I actually beat the game for the first time a couple weeks back, and beat it for the second time with a couple friends this time around. So that's become kind of a regular mainstay in my lineup.
Very awesome.
Fucking love that game. So yeah.
And hey, what's up, Jekyll? Oh, Lord of the Rings picture reflection. Inception. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. It always reflects. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have a. It's a film over the top of it.
Oh yeah.
Just deal.
Yeah.
But I do love the pictures. We're still looking for the third movie one to actually put up here. So
to complete the picture.
And what's up? What is it? Awkward Alfie? What? I can't read.
Barbed wire baby.
Yes, barbed wire.
Barbed wire babby.
I'm gonna go with Awkward Alfie.
Yep.
Someone's gonna correct me here in a second. But anyways, hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see ya. So that's all. That's what you've been up to.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been the majority of my video gamings. What about you?
It's not Lord of the Rings. You're right. It's the Hobbit series. Would you like me to get the Lord of the Rings series as well?
Get all 6
I'll
like
get
a panorama.
All 6.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll spend fucking 3 months doing the puzzles like always. Actually, this last one only took us like 3 days.
Oh wow.
The one before kind of sat around for like 2 months.
Well, let's see. This one only took you which one?
This one right here took us roughly
years?
About 2 months, and then this one took us like 3 days.
Okay, that one looks like it would take me a long
right.
time.
So I think we just got down to it, and we're like, all right, let's fucking finish this.
Just bang it out, bing bang, ooh, yes, that's right, yeah. I went to a LAN party with Adam, and we played Depth for Adam 4 goddamn hours, and it was awesome. That game is bonkers.
Typically,
good.
what happens at a LAN is you find one game and everyone enjoys, and then you just play it for fucking ever.
Dude, that game is legit. I would highly recommend it for the next LAN. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Hidden Source, but it's all underwater. It's sharks versus divers. Sharks are ridiculously strong and murdery. Divers.
So it's like Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, that's actually a better comparison.
Okay.
Than to the Hidden. But same kind of thing where you have one team of 1 or 2 sharks versus the rest of them are divers. Divers don't have a lot of good stuff, but they get better equipment as they go on. They have to be more about teamwork and being crafty and using their gadgets and their equipment properly. Really, really good ass game. Would highly recommend, especially in the LAN.
I know Adam's been wanting me to play Depth for quite some time.
I'm a believer.
He's first off, he's already on me for not reading the books
for Dungeons and Dragons,
D&D,
motherfucker.
And then he was on me for Depth. I'm sure there's another thing he's been on me for. So,
it's really good.
I like to just backlog everything forever.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So just like the Hitman games, I'm going to get to them.
Oh yeah.
I promise you.
But there's no rush. Yeah, it's whenevs.
So and you got my name right. What do you think of the last Hobbit film? Oh, do you think the last Hobbit film is disappointing? Aesthetically, no. I thought it was great, but story-wise, yeah, it was kind of, you separate a children's book, a very short children's book. The Hobbit wasn't that long.
Yeah.
And you separate it into 3 films. Of course,
it's gonna be weird.
You're gonna put a lot of random stuff in there. I thought it was always enjoyable.
I liked it.
Okay, music playlist. Yeah, I did check that out, and that was awesome. Thank you. It made my Friday. Yeah. Was it Friday? I think it was. It made it a lot better. Mm-hmm. If you can send me more of those, that would be awesome.
Good stuff. D&D greater than depth. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
That's cool.
They're different experiences, but if push comes to shove, yeah, I would agree. Would most definitely agree.
Yeah. So the LAN party was good?
LAN party was good.
Awesome.
Played a lot of depth, and did we play much of it? Played a little bit of Magicka, played a couple other games, but depth was...
Regular Magicka, right? No Magicka 2?
No, I've not played Magicka 2.
Don't do it.
That's actually it's not a new topic, but it's a topic that's on there just because there are words that need to be said about it, but I'm sure that's a thing for another time. I understand, Adam. Yeah, I know what you mean.
If I had to push Justin to do one or the other, okay, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah, the small.
I would think that D&D would last longer than Death.
Oh yeah,
I imagine that's a more commitment based.
Where
it lives on forever.
It really does. It really does. Adam and I, we still joke about ridiculous things that have happened in past games. I mean,
right,
man, the possibilities. We said it multiple times, but yeah, the possibilities really are endless. It's really good for a creative mind that can come up with that kind of stuff. And yeah, there have been some. Adam has made some interesting settings for us and things that we still.
I've heard he's good.
Joke about, yeah. Absolutely.
And Desolation Smog battle was so short. I agree. It was a short battle.
Yeah.
It was upsetting. But the movies are over, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We won't be able to see another one
until
they reboot it in 50 years. So. But anyways,
yeah, what you been playing?
The past week, really, it's just the same stuff, different day,
Yeah.
The crack is fully taken over my body. So I'm actually not even believing it's a bad thing for me anymore. So that's how far it is.
Is this you that's sitting here right now, or is this like a robot constructed by you? So
I don't know what's real anymore. I'm just kidding. WoW's been great. I actually, Brad joined back with us the other day, and I didn't even have to say a word to him, which was pretty impressive.
Really?
He did it on his own accord. So.
Do you usually have to lure him in?
Sometimes I'm like, hey, yeah, come on back. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what? Rogues are real good right now. I didn't have to say any of that.
Huh.
He actually was like, hey, you guys still playing WoW? And I said, yeah. He's like, okay, I think I'm going to do it. And I was like, all right. And then now he is, and it's been a great time. So we're enjoying the PvP aspect.
Oh.
So
Very fancy.
The Hearthstone expansions every week for the next 2 weeks. Or 2 or 3 weeks. Awesome cards.
It's a synth run. What's up? What's up, man? Mike Biscuits. What's up, Mike? I remember
Mike Biscuits.
He's a buddy of mine from the St. Louis Extra Life Guild.
Oh, wonderful!
Yep.
Welcome.
Good to see you, man.
Hearthstone has been awesome. They've completely changed the way the game works.
Oh, yeah?
Like, not changed the way the game works, but the cards they pushed out kind of took whatever the meta was and had kind of been stable for a while. And it was just like, and it just flipped it up.
Really?
So it's been very good, and the decks that have come out of it are pretty awesome. So that's awesome. Other than that,
hey, Arcanex Games. That's my buddy. Actually, I don't know exactly. It's either Josh or other Alex.
What's up, man?
Or both. But but yeah. What's up, one or two of you?
Quite the crowd. That is no joke. We got quite a bit of people tonight. I'm enjoying it. Maybe I need to post it that me and Alex are going live on Facebook a little more often. So
it's Josh. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Josh? So yeah, that's all I've been really doing. So
good shit.
I guess we can get into our topics already. So now we pass by that. Usually we spend about 30 minutes on that bad boy.
I should be late more often.
I saw you put a couple things on. I put a couple things on. We were doing good pretty early in the week. So I guess the first thing we can talk about is Bethesda and Ubisoft have blacklisted Kotaku for leaking their game announcements.
Yeah, in the past at least.
Yeah, in the past.
This isn't a new thing.
It's been happening. If I can get my pointer here, I can see what else you said in here.
I think the point was is the blacklist justifiable, or are they or is the blacklist justifiable given the circumstances, or is Kotaku just doing their job? And that's the question.
Okay.
Kotaku put out this big article I guess last week or so. They basically laid it all out, and they were like, so here's the deal. Here's why we haven't been as forthright when it comes to Fallout and Ubisoft, with our reviews about games. That's because we've been blacklisted by several publishers.
Oh, okay.
Here's why they've blacklisted us, and here's why we think it's unfair, and blah blah blah. Because of course, from their perspective, that it would be unfair to them. And I think they have an argument. I think there is an argument for there's a lot of people that agree with them that say that you guys are just doing your job. I mean, you guys were leaking things that were being brought to your attention, and when you were, it is, some would argue that it is your journalistic integrity where if you're given information that could be, I guess you have to really just weigh the benefits or the risks and the benefits of. It might be viewed as a detriment to one party, whereas another party might view as a positive. So in our case, it's the gaming audience. Does the gaming audience view this enough as a positive for us to leak it at the risk of pissing off the publisher, or should we just should we pass on this one and think someone else will pick it up or what have you? That's a balance, and I'm sure, all my jokes about Kotaku aside, probably have to go through on a fairly regular basis, because I'm sure they get a lot of shit like that too.
Well, I like Adam's comment here. Professional opinion, and I'm going to imagine this says fuck Kotaku because of that. And I agree. I'm on board with that.
I'm on board with the fuck Kotaku train.
Yeah.
And I'm let's see, it does work, stupid social. Yeah, there's that too. But yeah, that's the general issue, because they've like in the case of Bethesda, they leaked when it was found that they were working on Fallout 4 and the hype train exploded. Mm-hmm. They had leaked some of the stuff with, I think, Assassin's Creed Unity, maybe, or Rogue. I can't
Probably.
remember. There were a couple of Assassin's Creed games where they leaked development information about it way before any press releases. And publishers don't like. So on the opposite of the spectrum, publishers don't like that shit because that beats them to the press release punch, and they rely on a lot of that stuff to generate the hype on their own terms. Granted, there's of course the PR smoke screen that goes in front of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
When a lot of times when game footage is leaked early, it's unpolished and kind of rough, and gamers might see that and go, "Ooh, it looks like shit, man. Holy, this game looks like garbage." It's like, well, dude, we're still in development for it, so we'll announce it when we're ready to announce it. I can see an argument on either side. Is what it comes down to.
So that's why you said that's why. So who was only allowed to stream until they hit the first 2 hours when it launched. So who was that? Who are you talking about? Like, are you talking about professional streamers, or are you talking about Kotaku themselves, like the Kotaku?
Oh, Kotaku wouldn't have been.
I didn't think so. I imagine this was they've been going through something. So I mean, it seems like EA had some good feedback as far as review go. I thought the frontman from Breaking Benjamin nailed it. What?
Actually, yeah, I'm not so sure what the. I haven't really been paying attention.
Oh, did the frontman from Breaking Benjamin? Was he the one that broke the Battlefront disc? I think I saw that the other day. He broke the Battlefront disc and was like, they tried to tell me to say that this game was great, but this game was a pile of shit and stuff like that.
Damn.
So
that's...
Also, why is the frontman from Breaking Benjamin reviewing games?
Of all things, yeah.
It's weird that you said that, because I was looking through Twitter the other day and I saw this photo being retweeted. So yeah, that's it. That's fucking weird.
I had no idea. I had not heard of this.
That is really weird.
Thanks for sharing that,
If
Mike.
I had
no
a
idea.
keyboard, I would pull it up right now.
Yeah.
But my keyboard is obviously way in front of me.
He said it was shit.
He said it was shit.
There it is. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Mike. I had no idea. I had not heard one bit about that.
Is there any way I can turn off the language filter through the normal chat?
Good question.
I
thought there would be. Yeah, I don't think mine does. My chat.
The bad thing is I'm running through Firefox right now because I switched back.
Okay.
Because I went back to my native roots here.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And Chrome's the only one that has the actual Twitch add-on that does the chat one. So,
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird. Why the fuck is he reviewing it? I'm so confused.
They put out a new album a year ago.
Yeah.
So they're not just twiddling their thumbs. They're busy with stuff, but hey. Yeah.
So has anyone actually... I haven't played Battlefront yet.
Me either.
Adam
Adam
did. Kind of mixed things, and yeah, Adam, you did. I saw. I wasn't impressed by the beta, so you didn't pick up playing the game. Yeah. I heard the same thing. Eric actually got the beta as well, and he played it and was like, it was fun, but I got bored really fast. So the game sucks.
Mike didn't like it either. Yeah.
Ah, damn. Well, I know a lot of PC people did not buy it. I know that a lot of Xbox people did. The funny thing is, a game's doing bad when the majority that bought the game, which wasn't even good sales, was PS4. PS4 outnumbered both Xbox and PC by double. So
wow.
So the numbers combined. So PC plus Xbox One does not even equal how many copies the PS4 sold, which was pretty impressive.
That is impressive, actually. Yeah. But yeah, all that aside, obviously there's a lot of stuff with publishers going on around that right now. But the one with Kotaku, I thought it was interesting, and I think it posed an interesting question. I'm a fan of topics that have no correct answer, and I think this is a good one because it's. I mean, like I said, I'm on the fuck Kotaku train because I fucking hate them. Right. But I think it's an interesting predicament. Oh yeah, a literal train, and what Yeah, if you listen close, you can sort of hear it.
Actually, I'm surprised he didn't blow his horn yet.
Not yet. You have to drive by him and like do the motion. For him to,
He probably doesn't even know there's a railroad crossing over there.
But it looks like they did all that. Put in for yeah. I mean, it's from what I've heard. A lot of like even the positive reviews of the game have said that it's kind of short on content.
Yeah,
so,
I've seen that too because I know that they were planning quite a bit of DLC anyways. So.
Oh, are they? Well, that's not surprising.
They're doing the typical EA move.
Yeah, yeah. Shocking. Right. Shocking.
Yeah, the graphics. I will say the graphics did look great.
It looks pretty.
They did very good.
And it sounds good.
It does sound good. They had a lot of good things about the game. Mm-hmm. The gameplay was apparently not up to par.
Yeah. But yeah, with the Kotaku thing, like personally, I remember I saw a comic by Penny Arcade that summed it up in an interesting light, where it was like this monk walking through this forest with this with a scorpion on his shoulder, and the scorpion was like, "Come on, man, just help me out." It's like, and the monk was like, "Dude, every time I do this, you just blast it out to everybody out there." And the scorpion's like, "No, I won't do it." It's like, all right, well, I'll share some secrets, and the scorpion is immediately like, Assassin's Creed Unity is in development, and it totally sucks. And the monk is like, dude, this is why you can't have nice things. And like, to me, it was indicative of course, it was on the pro publisher side of things,
right?
But it was indicative of what I kind of view as the inevitable cycle. And I guess what a lot of the criticisms on Kotaku for this article have been that, like, okay, you guys say that you leak a bunch of shit and the publisher gets pissed off at it, and you're pissed off that the publisher's pissed off, but shouldn't they be pissed? I mean, it's true if you're following your what you call a journalistic integrity to do your jobs and report your stuff, then this is a risk that you run, and that's just how the world works. When you leak something out ahead of what a publisher wants to do with their PR, then the publisher's gonna be like, dude, we don't like that, and we're going to take measures to show we don't like that.
No one ever thought that was a cool thing to do.
Yeah, to discourage it.
Right.
And I think for a lot of people, the reason the Kotaku article has been viewed in a negative light, because a lot of it was written kind of in a holier-than-thou, we're not doing it because of journalistic integrity, we're doing it because it's the right thing to do, because our readers deserve the best, and because we're the best. It was very much like, it's not because it's our job, it's because we're just so gosh darn pleasant and beneficial, and it's like, dude, you guys, you're just doing a job, and this is how the industry works. And if you don't know that by now, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Also, a big thing is release dates. Release dates are like one of the biggest things. Leave that up to the company to reveal. I like the Blizzard stance on release dates, which is they don't give a fucking they don't give you a fucking clue on release dates.
Yeah.
And even when they do give you a glimpse, they give it to you where it says, "Oh, by the end of December 31st, or will be out prior to December 31st, 2016, or prior to September 27th, And basically what they're doing is they're just putting it at the quarter mark.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah,
way
before the end of this quarter, we will release a game. And then that's all they say.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I like Valve's strategy where they just don't fucking talk about games. I'm just saying.
Valve is a straight up Shaolin monk, like just
Half-Life 3? I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? Valve will be like, I've never heard of those.
Like people are just like screaming in their face, and they're just like.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Did you ask about Left 4 Dead 3?
I'm sorry. Did you say Dota 2? Skins? Here you go, bam, bam. Did you say Source 2? Well, Source 2 is actually
Source 2 is actually here. It's here. So.
Look at my golden shit. Yeah. If anything gets leaked for the new Mass Effect game, if Mike gets up on the news,
you're doing good. They're doing good so far, because I haven't heard shit about Mass Effect.
I've only heard like little snippets about like, ooh, maybe it's going to be this character, maybe it's going to be
a lot of speculation. So yeah.
So I mean, I personally fall kind of closer. Like as you could probably tell from my comments, I lean more towards the pro publisher part of this argument.
Yeah, and I think,
but I could see either way. I mean, I could see a case for either one, and I try to like at least see the argument before I piss on it. So I mean, I can at least see a case being made either way. I mean, fuck Kotaku.
Yeah,
from me, but
I think the only time I really wanted a release date was when it was like, it was like January 14th, and GTA was supposed to be out like January 21st, and they hadn't said a fucking word to us yet. And I'm like, oh, shouldn't this be on Steam yet? And then like the day later, they were like, "Hey guys, we're putting this back to March," and I was like, "Oh,
table flip."
Right.
Table flip.
So, but it finally came out and it was a great game.
Yeah.
Well, I played it before. Obviously, most people did, but so wonderful.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
Rather than have leaks, they're annoying. Like, if I knew what was happening in something before,
Yeah.
then it would be... Yeah, I agree. I guess I don't care for leaks because, I mean, I'm all about fucking... Because right now...
I'm all about fucking.
I am all about...
It's Justin, 2015.
Yes. So, right now, the newest Warcraft expansion... It's alpha testing is going on right now. And with that comes all the data files. So all the data files are getting data mined by a bunch of people. And, you know, I eat into that shit. I love that. Like, I love looking up any information I can about the coming expansion. I don't give a shit really about spoilers in the game because I just want to know up front. So I don't mind that. But I understand that people don't like spoilers. So I'm just one of the certain few people that... if I like something a lot, I'll read into it. Like, say a series is coming from a book, right? I will read...
All about that book.
I will fucking just...
I will fucking...
All about that fucking D-Man.
What's up, D-Man?
Hey,
Good to see you, man.
But yeah, I will read into the fucking series constantly. Like, I will just read way far ahead, and then I'm like, oh, well, I know what's going to happen, but I still am surprised by when stuff happens. So, I don't know. It's always still good.
Yeah. Good. Well said. Well said.
But yeah.
I
don't know. I'm still on the fuck Kotaku train, and I think they should just get their fucking ass beat for this. So
there's been a lot of times where like they would have some sort of meltdown, and I wouldn't call this a meltdown necessarily, but there would be some sort of big drama, and there'd be like the comment section, like the top rated comments on all the comment sections would be like, "Ooh, could this be it? Could this be it? Are they gonna finally shut the fuck up and go away forever?" And it never happens. But I can dream, can't I? Jon Snow's a dick.
I'm well aware. Well, the good thing is that wasn't in the book yet, so. We haven't figured that out. I'm almost up to the final book. I got 2 books left, and they are a doozy.
They are a doozy
to get through. So
also, Bruce Willis has been dead the whole time. In Sixth Sense.
Thank you.
Just throwing that out there. Spoilers.
I'm hard.
Spoiler alert.
Anyways, so moving on to the next topic. I put on here a pretty good, exciting announcement, which was that PlayStation 2 emulation is coming to PS4.
Oh yeah,
and it's actually already there. You know,
even better.
Right. So they recently released a game, Star Wars 1. Right. I didn't read them, and I kept telling people that, and several assume I know.
Yeah.
Perfect example, the fabled Darth Maul game that got leaked. Game was pulled.
I heard about. Yeah, I never saw much about it.
What was that?
This would have been
way back,
quite a while back. I think.
So it got leaked, and then people were waiting for it, and people were, the game company was like, "Holy shit, we're not even fucking through alpha stage in this." And
yeah, I think it was. I think the reaction was mostly negative. Mike could probably enlighten us with more info, honestly, because I didn't read much about it.
Yeah, if you have more info on that, let us know.
But yeah, so
PS4 already has it built in.
Awesome.
And Sony confirmed that they're adding a existential library. So. A lot of PS2 games will be coming back, and I'm hoping Kingdom Hearts, please, thank you.
That'd be awesome.
Please.
That would be awesome.
Please.
StarCraft Ghost. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Oh.
Would have been nice.
Well, StarCraft Ghost was going to be definitely a real thing, because Blizzard actually said that it was going to be a real thing.
It was.
It wasn't really a leak, so to say. Blizzard was like, hey, we're coming out with StarCraft Ghost, and then they were like, we don't like the way this game's going. Yeah. It runs like shit. We're going to cancel it.
Yeah.
So.
I was hopeful.
I don't think it was going on with the way that they wanted to portray a story. So
yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, I'm with you there, Adam. I like the idea. It seemed cool, but meh. I mean, if it wasn't up to their standards, I would trust their judgment, honestly.
Right, I would too. Blizzard's very smart about their what they do with their money and kind of what they do with their development. Yeah. So it was an alpha, people raved for it, but because it leaked, the company pulled it. EA's rumored to provide it.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, great. I'll be happy to not pay for extra maps and extra characters and fucking skins in that game.
Yeah, if this is a modern EA thing, then yeah.
Right.
We'll see.
So if it was EA back when, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So if it was EA the publisher, publishing games,
yeah.
Sure, eBay. If it was eBay, then I would be auctioning.
Auction the game.
But yeah, Blizzard has never... I agree. Blizzard has never failed me. And I'll get to the Overwatch beta here in a bit. But
oh, yes.
So Sony confirmed that they're doing this PS4 emulation. People are like, oh, when it's coming out? And they're like, well, that PS1 game that we're reviving, just bringing it back to the thing. Well, yeah, it's a straight-up PS2 game.
Awesome.
And it runs flawlessly on PS4. So the emulation's there. We're just waiting for the official... Let's
the blessing,
do it.
Yes.
So,
good stuff, man.
Yeah. So I'll get into, since we're talking about Blizzard here, I'll get into the Overwatch beta stuff. So I got the Overwatch weekend beta. A lot of my friends did as well.
Nice.
There was a ton of people that got into it.
That's awesome.
Holy shit, that game is polished.
Was it good?
It was very good.
Awesome.
I only had a few complaints, and they were just minor complaints. Well, they're not minor, but they're fixable complaints. You know,
Okay.
and I'm not the only one. There's a very, very much a majority of people that were playing was like, we kind of need this. And I watched Total Biscuit kind of explain. And Total Biscuit's had the game since beta came out, like last month. So he's played over 40 hours in the game.
Nice.
Well, the game, first off, all the heroes are fucking phenomenal. Each character has their own set of abilities. There's no one that really shares anything. So, and they kind of layer it out. So, you know how Team Fortress did it later on where they kind of labeled, hey, these are defenders, these are support and stuff like that. Well, they do that already. So there's, your first section is your attacking. You got your utility characters, you're defending. You have your actual defenders, so you have your like tanks that have shields. And then you have your support. But anyone can really do any role. So it's all about how you play it, and the game really definitely focuses on you constantly changing your hero to adapt to the situation at hand.
Cool.
So you're not really, once you pick a hero, you're not really, kind of set in stone there.
Right.
Primal Rage. I've never played Primal Rage.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. Is that the one? It's a fighting game, right? Is that the fighting game where like you?
Oh, it's like Godzilla.
You have like a.
Oh no.
Well, it's a fighting game, but like. But although you have like the ability to like transform into a beast that has like more power, but at the expense of blah blah blah. But I think I know which game you're talking about. I think that's Primal Rage.
I think I know.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I played that one. Yep, that's it. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Thanks, John. Holy shit, that's a name drop. It's been a while since I thought about that one.
So Blizzard's grown some balls lately, haven't they? I mean, they got a new movie and a LoL rival game. Okay, so as far as the movie's been in works for a long ass time.
Yeah,
the movie's been in works for like 5+ years. I mean, they had the script writing going on. I mean, like 8 years, like. Literally, like 3 years after WoW was released, they were working on a script for a movie. So
I had no idea.
They've been working on it for a while, and then they finally picked up the director, and then it started moving forward. So I'm just glad to see where it's come. You know, and oh god, from those trailers, it looks fucking beautiful.
It looks tasty.
And a LoL rival game. I wouldn't even call it a rival game, to be honest. I think it's just part of the genre. They're not really trying to beat League of Legends in any way. They had some pretty cool stuff, like the tournaments they had, which was what is it? Heroes of the Dorm is what they called instead of Heroes of the Storm. So they called it Heroes of the Dorm, and it was literally just they went out to major universities and a bunch of people got together and then they played each other.
Yeah.
And then those universities came in and then they fought.
That's cool.
It was very cool. It was a very cool thing. But they're not really trying to take away from the League of Legends or Dota 2 people, because the game you really can't, and the game isn't. It's a MOBA, but it's very much different. It doesn't play the same MOBAs. So
kind of like Adam said the same thing. Yeah, based on what I've heard, that sounds about right.
It's fun though. I like Here's the Storm. We played it a little bit at the last LAN, and I enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed it. It's a fun game. You can pick it up immediately and play. I mean, it's the skill base in the game isn't very drastic, but you can get pretty high into skill. I mean, you can get time down and stuff like that, and where to go on the map.
Yeah.
It's going to be good, and Blizzard's setting themselves up pretty well for a nice competitive scene with Overwatch. Overwatch is going to be very competitive.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thank you.
Oh, nope. Thank you. Oh God, I wish I could see the fucking the name on that.
It was Mike.
Oh, what's up,
Mike? Yeah, I saw it. Just
thank you for following.
Oh
yeah.
My God,
that scared me, by the way. I completely forgot that I fucking added that.
It's new. We just added
this is new. Yeah, we just added the follower thing. So
I was not ready
that
for
was scary.
I don't look forward to the day where that doesn't become entertaining to me.
Right. Alex does not play MOBAs. You're correct. Alex refuses to play any.
I always try them, and I always am disappointed.
Yeah. It's not your style.
In all fairness, I have not tried HOTS, and I know Adam said that it's like the most approachable of all of them.
It is the most approachable. The community is still shit. I will say that. The community is still garbage, man.
That's a deal breaker.
That's what brings everything down, is the community.
Yeah.
Who's the character? Oh, it's Mort from fucking Family Guy. I figured that was the best thank you I could get.
Oh, it is. Oh man, yeah. D-Man. I was thinking, like, when you first showed it to me, and he did show it to me before, I was like, man, that voice is thing. I was thinking I'd come up with it, but yeah, I can totally see that. staring into the camera. Oh, sexy like. Pay for a new show. Yeah, man. No, thank you for following, Mike. That's really nice of you, dude.
Awesome.
And also giving us a chance to demonstrate our
ridiculous.
Well,
thank you for our first follower of the new system. So thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy that
you haven't run into community issues, but I can think of how often I play with randoms either. True. So if you play with randoms, like when I play it, I typically don't have anyone to play with because no one else in my friends play Heroes of the Storm, but. When I play, they're not really yelling at me, but I can see that when they're yelling at someone else for doing something that they think is incompetent, and they just get over the top. I mean, I also saw it when I was in Overwatch too, so it's not confined to just one game.
Oh yeah,
in general, when you got some guy who thinks he's the best at the game, and it's kind of annoying. And the bad thing about Overwatch is it is definitely a skill-based game. I mean, like Team Fortress was. You know, it takes a while to get really good. Well, the thing is these people have been playing for months before us, and so we got shoved in with the guys. There's no ranking.
Oh, that's
so we got put into games where people had been playing for a month and a half or a month or whatever, and
just wreck.
They will yeah, dude. We would get wrecked, and then the people would complain and be like, "I can't believe we're playing with such terrible people. How'd you get in beta?" And we're like, "It's the fucking weekend. It's the free weekend. We're all new. We're trying this out." So. But in overall, I'd give Overwatch. I'm definitely going to buy the game. That's a definite. But the game itself is phenomenal. It runs smooth as shit.
Yep.
The heroes are all incredibly fun. You'll instantly pick out your favorites. Mm-hmm. It's definitely got its own franchise. Like, I mean, when people go to BlizzCon and they're already dressing up as their favorite fucking characters,
I heard about that,
you know that it's good. Like, you know that the game's going to be great.
It's a good sign.
So it is a very good sign. And they're already... As Total Biscuit put it, at BlizzCon there was a Tracer statue. Mm. So the Tracer is like the scout. Mm. There's a Tracer statue, it's a metal statue, and they had a limited amount of them. Ooh. But it also cost $180. Okay, they sold out of them before the fucking event even started.
That's awesome.
So that's how.
Oh man, that's a good sign. It's a very good sign.
Just to let you know, the Long Dark game does launch within this month.
Nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I know that Sean's been playing the Long Dark quite a bit.
I've heard it's awesome.
So,
I've heard it's quite good.
What about Pornhub's reported drop in side for that is fucking hilarious.
I heard about that.
That was great.
They showed a graph and it's just this dipper as love it.
I think one of my favorite things I saw before was there was leaked footage of Fallout 4. It's funny because there was leaked footage of Fallout 4 back in March. And the only fucking website that hosted it was Pornhub. The only website that had the video up when I went to watch it was fucking Pornhub. And it was killing me. I was like, I'm watching a fucking video game leak on Pornhub.
Dude, this is so hot. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Rated up, yep. Love it.
So,
awesome.
D-Man's been playing The Secret World.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see you fired up when I was last on Steam. Yeah, I neglected to follow up on it, but yeah, I got the notification, D-Man's playing Secret World. I was like, fuck yeah. Good choice. And I know he went to Illuminati because he's a cool guy. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think he went to Illuminati. That's what all the cool people.
I'm sure he'll tell us. And Skyrim, yeah, I see you playing Skyrim all the time. Skyrim is such a great game to sandbox in.
Oh yeah.
After you get done beating the shit out of the story, you're just like, okay, time for all these mods, and then you just mod the piss out of it. Trike's throwing that around there. See, I swear I was watching Fallout 4.
I was watching video games.
I was watching Fallout 4. Please,
get off my case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I freaking love it.
Now I think about it, yeah, I definitely did incognito.
Oh yeah, I went to Illuminati.
I wasn't watching it at work. No. Jesus, no.
Has it up on his phone like, oh no, I'm just...
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, easy there. Hands above the table. Hands above the table.
I would have hoped that I would check the link before I fucking click something, so...
I don't recognize this URL. I don't recognize this game news website.
Why was this link purple already? Amazing.
Oh man, but yeah, D-Man, I went to Illuminati. They are hilarious. They are all sorts of ridiculousness. I love it. Illuminati all the way.
So you had a pretty good other topic on here, and we'll get to the Overkill software soon. But the other topic was what was the video game that turned you into a gamer? Now you're saying that we've all played games growing up and stuff, but what game truly turned you into a fucking just straight up nerd?
A fucking nerd, yeah. What was the game that was the transformative experience for you? For some people, it's like the first game they ever played. Sometimes it took
mine was
a while.
definitely not the first game I played, I would say. I played a lot of games like Gran Turismo and stuff, kind of off and on. as fanboy as it is, fucking Final Fantasy VII, it's never
Nice,
easy.
yes. I was
and
hoping
I know
that was.
that's what it is, because that's the game where I realized that I really enjoyed it when I was up to like fucking 4:30 Lineage 2, God, that actually was very good.
Oh, wow,
that was
yeah.
a good game.
I never played it. I never did play any of the Lineage games.
Right.
The Lineage of the Lineage.
But yeah, Final Fantasy for me.
Final Fantasy
it was
VII.
fucking Final Fantasy VII was so good.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
How about you? What was
Good
your
choice.
choice?
My first, the game that like brought me into the fold was the first game I ever played, which was Super Mario 64. And like what a great, like I couldn't have asked for like a better game to introduce my palate to video games, because holy shit, that freaking game, dude. Still love it.
What was it?
Super Mario 64.
Oh, yes.
That was the OG.
Yep.
The OG Warcraft Orcs versus
Humans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, it's actually Orcs versus humans.
Yeah.
And we got fucking
Duck Hunt,
Mike
yeah.
is Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Oh,
Yes!
cool! Awesome!
Rogue
man.
Squadron was so good.
Yes.
That was
yeah.
such an amazing game.
Oh man, good choice.
And Duck Hunt with the plastic gun, yes.
Yeah.
I played that before Final Fantasy. I played a ton of Duck Hunt, but that's not when I was a gamer.
I mean, those games are so similar, though.
I would say that probably Final Fantasy VII matches with probably Crash Bandicoot.
Pokemon Snap.
Oh!
Pokemon Snap!
Oh!
I fucking love that game.
I remember playing Pokemon Snap and being like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Why is this such a fun game where I'm
Right.
taking pictures of? Why is this so fun?
I'm
It
taking
is.
pictures of Mew on a rainbow. Like, what the fuck am
God.
I doing with my life?
And have there been any other games like it? And I ask that honestly, have there been any other like photography games?
No.
I don't think there have been.
Thank you, Japan.
The only thing I can think of is Fatal Frame, and that's from a much different approach rather.
Maybe
yeah.
they should make a Fatal Frame fucking Pokemon hybrid.
Justin, don't toy with my heart like that. You know I can't. You know I have a weak heart. I
Like,
can't
where there's
take.
like you gotta search out Cubone's mother, you know, with
I'm
the frame.
leaving. I just get up and walk the fuck out. No, I jump out that window. Oh, Christ. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I had Command & Conquer on the PlayStation as well. I had a lot of games on the PlayStation now I'm thinking about it. Probably all at the same time.
yeah.
I had Command & Conquer... what the fuck was that game? It was just regular Red Alert. I had Red Alert on PlayStation.
On the PlayStation
and it
1.
lagged like a motherfucker.
Yes, but...
It was a good game, though.
Humble beginnings. I Am Bread. Oh, dude, that game.
I have never heard of that. What is I Am Bread?
It is... It's like the same type... It's like, you're familiar with Octodad and Goat Simulator. It's that level of ridiculousness. You play a piece of bread.
That's amazing.
I don't know how what better way I could describe it, honestly. The protagonist is a piece of bread. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay. What did you do in this game? Did you like want to get to a toaster?
There were toasters. There was, but I mean, it was. Yeah, it's an experience. It's an experience, and it is the most accurate bread simulator I've played to date.
Ooh.
It's definitely in the top 25.
Very good. Good bread
simulator games. Top 25. Recently broke his controller. Yeah, I understand that because it's not an easy game.
What is a game you almost broke your controller over? That'd be a good topic.
Ooh, that would be a good topic. And if I would have thought of it, I would have had a good one to think of.
I can name one right off the top of my head.
Let's hear it.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
God damn it, yeah. Which one? Which Tony Hawk?
Probably it was between one or two.
Okay.
It's when you're trying to finish off the long ass fucking combos, and then you get there
and
and
then,
you fuck it up, and you're just like,
I just wanted that last manual.
I actually did break a controller over that. It was exposed, but I still played with it, and the rumble thing used to shake in my hand. Yeah, it was.
These were the formative years of our gaming. You know,
I mean, my parents were gonna buy me another controller after I
no.
just fucking broke this shit on the ground.
It's expensive, man.
Ninja Gaiden on the original
Gaiden.
Xbox. Yes. Oh my fucking god.
The original Ninja Gaiden was frustrating enough as it is, but yeah, then you have like Ninja Gaiden Black. Holy crap, dude!
I probably would have broke a controller if it was mine. Over Toy Story on the fucking Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Spyro the motherfucking Dragon.
that ain't no shit.
There
oh
is it.
My
there
God.
it is. Oh man, oh man.
That goddamn camera is fucking right. Okay, yeah, Spyro, I'm in the fucking front of you. I cannot see shit. Right. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna run forward a little bit, and I'm getting crushed.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
God damn it, yeah. I can honestly say this, and I'm not trying to like brag or anything. I can't think of any things where like I've been so frustrated that I've like physically wanted to break something. But
that's because you're a monk.
but I can think of several games that have where it's like by just sheer force of will and persistence, I somehow beat it, or beat the thing that I was trying to do, and then I go back and play as an adult, and I go, how did I put up with this? Like a good example, and it's a really good game. I think it's a good game, but a good example of this is Donkey Kong 64. There are some golden bananas in that game that are so bonkers difficult. It's a wonder that anybody's completed them ever. Because again, when I tried as an adult, I'm like, what? How did like young Alex Savant do this? Did he just not have a life? And no, he didn't. But it's just. It's humbling and a little embarrassing to like see what I was capable of back then. Oh shit! So yeah, similar to as part of the drag. Yeah, God.
Jekyll says Crash Bandicoot. Absolutely.
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, similar. Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
I have to complete this bonus level, and I have to bounce between these fucking boxes that'll immediately kill me.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah. God. That game is beyond frustrating.
Watching speedruns
is sick.
Makes me hate myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Boss, I agree. It was very difficult, especially for your first time. You're just like, what the fuck do I do?
Holy shit. Yep. DK64 saw some of the chat. Yeah, dude, is it right? It's ridiculous.
Right.
How did people do this?
By the way, people have completely annihilated DK64.
Oh yeah, it is. It's such a well-programmed game. Yeah, it's very exploitable. And
yes.
It's like broken doesn't begin to describe what you can do to it, but it's pretty outrageous.
Like somebody was like, okay, I think I can glitch past this wall, and I did. Okay. Well, I'm fucking done. He's like, I'm done streaming this because now I know how to beat the game in less than fucking, like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But yeah, for its time, like I said, I stand by it as a good game. But man, some of those bananas were just. They were just
was
bananas.
It bananas?
God damn, he beat me to it. One of these days. Oh man,
that ain't no shit. They're used to the Asians playing their fucking the tempo games, you know.
Oh man, well,
we can't deal with that shit.
Well, there was of course the famous Super Mario 2 drama where we got lost levels eventually, and then we played them, and it was like, yeah, you were right, Nintendo, we weren't ready. So like in some cases they lowballed it for us, but other times they just said, all right,
there's still a lot of Japanese arcade games where I'm just like, I don't know, I don't get how they play this game.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't.
Like, they're like, okay, yeah, you guys we gave you guys DDR, it's coming back to us, and we have this DDR mat that has, 13 buttons on it.
God.
And these people that play it flawlessly. And it's like, I don't get it.
I need to grow, 8 more legs.
Diddy Kong Racing!
Man, Diddy Kong Racing!
Oh!
That game is so good and so impossible.
My favorite part is whenever you are going into the grass to get, a boost.
I'm not crying, you're crying, you shut up.
Right. You go into the grass to get a boost, and then you miss the boost, and you're just like, hey. And
then you get passed
and you're like,
by everybody.
Fuck. Or you hit a wall, and you can't get out of it, and you're just like,
and then you get to a boss, and then you just quit.
The best part of that game is that it's a fucking racing game with bosses. It's so weird.
It is weird. It's a great game, but God, is it impossible. Jesus Creebus.
You didn't waste tons of your childhood on what, Adam?
I didn't waste tons of childhood on Diddy Kong Racing. Of course not.
Diddy Kong Racing?
I would never do something like that.
Or DDR?
Oh, why not both? Actually, no, definitely not both. You can only do so much.
First off, I have the rhythm of a fucking stone. So, it's non-existent.
Yeah.
Me playing DDR was the worst thing I've ever tried in my life.
That sounds awful.
Oh, you thought you could beat that
What's up, dude?
Hard plane? Tried it in the fuck. Oh yeah, that ain't no shit. Oh, you thought you could beat that hard level in this plane? Tried it in the fucking hovercraft.
Oh, the fucking the worst handling ever. Oh God,
Eric, you didn't miss much besides everything. I'm just kidding. Right now we're talking about games that made you want to break your controller.
Yeah,
it's kind of an off. We didn't even have this topic written down.
Yeah,
it's just something that I just
someone suggested. I can't remember who suggested it, but yeah, it was a good suggestion.
Yes,
we've been riffing on that for fucking ever. I know a lot of people would say good old Dark Souls. Good old Dank Souls.
Yeah, I can see that. That game never wanted me to break my controller because I was just like, okay.
Let me just kick the hornet's nest. Mike, how easy do you think Dark Souls is? I know it's your favorite game, so try not to fanboy too hard about Dark Souls. I know it's your favorite.
DDR isn't for white kids. That ain't no shit.
Alright, so now watch as the rage explodes from Mike's chat. I hope I just kicked a really good hornet's nest here. But yeah, I know a lot of people.
So Mike loves Dark Souls?
It's his favorite. It's the only game he plays,
that?
actually.
Oh, wow.
It's the only game. He named his firstborn child Dark Souls. I'm just going to stop talking.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm just going to stop talking.
I'm surprised his first child wasn't hermaphrodite and he named it Gwen.
Like, see, now he's just going to kick my ass the next time he sees me. For a perfectly good reason. Stop it out! We talked about this, okay? We had a deal. We had an agreement.
We had an agreement. We will not speak of this ever again.
Yeah, I love Dank Souls 2D, man. I love it.
Too.
And yeah, during the Extra Life, because Mike was right next to me during the Extra Life marathon. He was part of in the Microsoft store with us. And at one point, yeah, D-Man and I started waxing poetically about Dark Souls, and he's like, "Dark Souls, I'm not. I refuse to talk about it because it will bring back my PTSD." Like, fuck that game. It's set up.
I can imagine. I imagine Mike having the vision of that dog he was looking at the cupcakes. The dog has flashbacks of Dark Souls.
Yeah. Just zoom in. Yeah, I know exactly. Oh man, and I've never played Bloodborne, but I've heard it is even more brutal.
I actually watched the new bosses of Bloodborne, and man, they look fucking fun as hell. Bloodborne looks like such an amazing game.
I've heard it's like I heard a lot of people. I mean, Dark Souls is an awesome game, and I've heard a lot of people say that Dark Souls 2 was pretty good, but like kind of fell short in some ways. But that Bloodborne was just like great. They hit it with Bloodborne.
Again, it was very good.
Yeah, they found their stride again.
It sucks. It does suck that it's only on PlayStation, so that is the bad thing. But man, it is such a good game.
I've heard it's so damn good. Like a legit. Like, people that I know have bought a PS4 exclusively for Bloodborne and say, like, it was worth it. They would be like, it was, like, I regret, if I buy no additional PS4 games, doesn't fucking matter, worth every penny.
Right.
Oh, man. Fucking Bloodborne.
Oh,
God damn.
I guess while we're on the topic of what did games do for us and what games didn't do for us, there was a very good topic you had last week, and I'm trying to look for it here. But basically, what have games taught you? Like, basically, is there any type of skill or anything that you've learned from a game?
I did not add that one.
Was that me?
I cannot take credit for it.
My bad, that was me.
I mean, yeah, it was me. It was so awesome.
Sorry,
it's so good. Yeah.
Is there any type of skill or anything that you've learned from either playing a game or, has it helped you in any way?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we've talked in the past about games that are, like exceedingly well-written, and I'm like... I'd like to think of myself as a decently well-read individual with a decent vocabulary, and I have games like Eternal Darkness to thank for that. Because, like, there would be so many times where I'd be playing Eternal Darkness, and I would, like... There's, like, one point where you encounter... There's, like, you're walking down this staircase, and there is an indentation in the wall with a secret hidden inside. If you find the secret... The description is that it's the tablet was hidden in a niche in the wall, and you're like, holy shit! Literal use of the word niche. Good on you. That's like kind of awesome. Just things like that where it's like, oh wow, like I would be playing the game, and I would have to stop to like look up. Oh, what's that word mean? That's a really cool word. And
that's awesome.
They describe acrid. They describe like the acrid smell of flesh burning and these pyres, and like it's just so fucking well worded. I love that shit. So like I have games like Eternal Darkness and also The Secret World, but. Obviously, playing that later in life didn't quite have as profound an effect, but still, like games that are really well written and I mean, granted, it was an M-rated game, so it wasn't intended for young audience, but still, as a young and impressionable mind, I think I would have been like 15 or so when I played it. It was still really cool. I mean, I think rhythm games are doing an excellent job at establishing rhythm.
Yes,
fucking D-Man had the misfortune of watching me stumble through 140. On Saturday for the Extra Life stream team, which is a really, really fun rhythm-based platforming game. Really short, too. I think I probably killed it in about an hour, maybe a little bit over than that.
Wow, okay.
Really short game, but really, really fun little thing. It's been in a bunch of Humble Bundles. It's just called 140, just 140.
I think a rhythm game I kind of wanted to get is, and I know I wouldn't, it would be difficult for me, is Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yes. I have a couple friends that swear by that game. I haven't played it myself, but I've heard it is, like, legit 10 out of 10 awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I see rhythm games as a good example. Obviously, it's not. If you play a rhythm game, it's not going to teach you how to play the guitar. Unless it's Rocksmith, because that's not
that will teach you how to play the guitar.
But like it'll teach you a lot of the fundamentals of like. I mean, all jokes about like, oh, it's only 4/4 time aside. It still teaches you when to like anticipate a rhythm and how to kind of watch for those types of things when it comes to songs. Just in a general sense, so I think those do a good job of kind of teaching that, and like you said, Rocksmith will actually teach you how to play guitar.
Yes, it will.
I mean, Rock Band is fun, don't get me wrong, and also does good for teaching.
But it doesn't use your actual guitar.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give you on-screen fucking cues on which string to hit and what chord. And
guitars have more than 5 notes.
Yes.
So that also helps.
Going back here, Mike said Bloodborne was made only to attract sadists and BDSM enthusiasts.
I'm not going to disagree.
Amazing. That's a good summary. And
oh, man.
And Adam says, I learned proper etiquette in Pottery Store from Zelda.
Good! Steal the money and walk out. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
wins the race.
D-Man, I watched someone stream Bloodborne earlier, and I posed the question, why does everyone in this game... Marvelous Chester? What is that?
I think I'm fairly certain that, like, I'm trying to think back to my Dark Souls Wikipedia readings, wiki readings. I can't remember what Marvelous Chester is. I would have to look it up. It's either like a gameplay strat, like a character build. It's either a character build sort of archetype or something. I don't know. I'm
sure D-Man will get us to it.
But I like Mike's answer about Metal Gear Solid and about situational awareness.
Absolutely, slow and steady wins the race. Definitely, and I learned a lot of patience from Metal Gear Solid because you fucking need it.
And if you don't, then he's getting the additional content. Okay, I guess I guess I haven't seen it then.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but why doesn't everyone in this game Marvelous Chester? So what does it mean to... So the question, why does everyone in this game Marvelous Chester? So what does it mean to Marvelous Chester?
What does it mean to Marvelous Chester? I think that's what I'm confused about.
Unless he means like everyone in this game likes like if that's a character, that's okay.
A character.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But no, I like Mike's answer. And a game like MGS, if you aren't aware of your surroundings, you're just gonna get your ass kicked.
I think and Metal Gear Solid actually teaches you a lot of history too.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
It's got a lot of faux history. Like, it's got a lot of fake history. But a lot of it is definitely true, and it kind of gives you what it was like during the time of, and it gives you a lot of background into, like, actual espionage, like what goes on in the background, people fucking each other over constantly, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I got you, D-Man. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Trying to make a character that looks like him.
Gotcha.
But,
I think for me it was doing like a Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft reading, just a constant stream of text. I think that it might be generalized for everybody who has played games that are just text based. Is when you start reading a lot, it's like reading multiple books.
It is,
and you get. I solely give WoW credit from jumping my fucking ability to read like just tenfold because constantly reading all the content, you just get good at it.
Oh yeah. Morrowind did the same thing.
Thank you, Blizzard.
Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you,
Thank you, any text-based game.
yeah.
It's very awesome. Also, it kind of gave me insight into, I guess, a more fantasy aspect. Like, all games all the time teach you new vocabulary words and stuff like that. So that's my 2 cents.
Very cool.
That's definitely where I'm coming from. Also, Gran Turismo. God damn, that taught me how to fucking drive with a lead foot. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto for teaching me polite interactions with the common folk on the street. Proper driving skills.
I'm just driving on the sidewalk. Fuck everyone.
Go. Yeah.
That was the most terrifying thing. Did you see the thing with the VR? Not VR, but the actual
the first person view.
No, the car that the guy it's. What the fuck is that called? It's like a simulation.
Okay.
So he made like his own like hydraulic simulation car.
Oh God.
And he played GTA with it, and it was fully mapped. And the most frightening thing was when he hit somebody and he kept driving. The physical bump of the actual car was one of the best things I've ever seen.
That would make me sick to my stomach, I think. Holy shit. That sounds awesome, but man, oh man.
Yeah, thank you, D-Man. I know how to be by sitting absolutely still.
Yeah, that's how sex works, right? I mean, I've had a lot of sex, let me tell you. But yeah, you just sit there and your health goes up by 25.
You just chill, and
your health just goes up by 25. Amazing. And that's all it takes, right? Right? Yeah.
Shit, yes.
I mean, I knew that. I totally knew that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Taught me how to be a gangster. How to be a gangster.
I will say that San Andreas taught me how to speak fluent gangster.
Yes. Yeah. Some
taught me about the Bloods and the Crips.
It's urban history, urban know-how. It's important. Oh man,
Games are great.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not all games are garbage or out to rot our brains. A lot of them
Right.
are, but
Most of them.
in an enjoyable way.
Right. I mean, how else would
25 extra minutes. That's all I take. That's all it takes. The original
You
Netflix
didn't
and
fucking
chill.
live that long, especially
25
the
minutes.
original Netflix and chill.
25
yes.
minutes into Grand Theft Auto and chill, and he gives you this look.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Jekyll.
for the follow. Oh man, Brent Rambo.
That will never get old, by the way.
I love it.
I'm going
I
to make
love
it larger, so that he like
That's
almost
what she
covers our
said.
whole screen.
All right, so yeah, then I leave. I leave for the second time.
Is that what the hooker sitting still in the car said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she said a lot of things.
I'll make it larger.
Ladies.
That's gonna be my new guild name. I'll make it larger.
Oh, what the fuck are we even doing? All right.
I don't even know anymore. Where are we at?
Where are
Okay,
we at?
so we're about a little over an hour. I think we're at a pretty good stopping point
Think
here.
so?
What do you think?
Yeah, we can go in stuff. I showed up a little late. I gotta go home, and I got some traveling to do tomorrow after work, so I should probably get home.
Travelings?
Yeah. Doing the Thanksgiving thing with the fam.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
fam.
We will get to the Overkill software stuff next week.
It'll still be ongoing.
It will be ongoing.
It's
yes.
not going away anytime soon. D-Man knows what I'm talking about
Yes.
with all that bullshit.
But thanks everyone for coming out and joining us. I mean, you really didn't have to come out anywhere. You just literally just sat down at your computer.
Thank you for clicking.
Thank you for clicking on the link. Thank you for having Twitch notify you that we were streaming.
Mike raises a very interesting and eloquent point.
Yes, we were forgetting Saints Row. How to beat someone with a dildo
With a
bat.
dildo bat. I've actually never played Saints Row, any of the Saints Row games. So my mind is
They're
aflutter
amazing.
with ideas right
Saints
now.
Row took an odd turn. Saints Row
You don't say.
Saints Row 1 and 2 were like legitimate, or sorry, Saints Row 1 was like a legitimate,
Yeah.
game,
serious,
like a
yeah.
serious game, and then Saints Row 2 came out, and it was like, what the fuck
And
happened?
then it started going weird.
Yeah, and then they went full blown.
And then 3 happened.
Yeah,
and then
the third.
4, and then 4. And then
Yeah.
God out of hell, yeah.
So,
Oh, man.
but we did come out all right, D-Man. You were correct. We came out
Yes.
all right, or at least we hope so,
Yeah,
or I think so. I don't really know how I turned out. Probably terrible. You ever get that feeling that you're retarded and no one's just telling you?
Everyone's too polite to tell me.
Yes.
No one wants to break the truth to me because they feel I couldn't handle it.
Like everyone just needs to look up the GIF "Am I retarded?" and just watch it because that's how I feel every day.
Every day of my life.
It's a guy who is like, "Am I retarded?" and he looks in a mirror and then there's a child, an actual mentally challenged child that he's looking at and he's dressed exactly like him and he's like, and he's real sad.
Maybe, yeah.
So, but anyways. Thanks everyone for coming out and talking. It was awesome.
Yeah, so,
holy
crap, lots of chat activity, lots of people,
Lots of chat.
contributing topic ideas.
Yes.
Man, this is awesome. You guys
Very
fucking
fun.
rule.
Yeah, very awesome.
Jeez, good stuff.
Well, anyways, have a good one, guys, and
good
we'll
one.
leave you with some music. From,
More Zircon, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, good stuff.
good stuff. Thank you.